Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ryan from the new Air Gunner channel. Um, Out here today with another review. Pinty was gracious enough to send me out their new Bullpup for a review. So big thanks to them for that, especially Kevin over there. He kind of made it happen. And this is basically an updated version of their first Bullpup that they had. I believe they're calling it the Thumper now. This is the Striker. The big differences between the two, I'm just going to call them Gen 1 and Gen 2, is the Air Reserve now is at 310 cc's, and it has a 22-inch 1 in 17 rifle barrel in it. So a little bit more air, significantly longer barrel, should equate to better velocities and more shots. It is internally regulated. There is no external adjustment for the regulator. It is adjustable. You just have to take it apart to do it. They claim that it'll go from, let's say, 1400 to 2700 psi, which sounds about right. I think factory setting they have it at 150 bar, so right around 2200. It has a 250 bar fill, 3600 psi fill. It is side lever. Yeah, let me show you that real quick. Right here, it's really smooth side lever. Damn, safety. The safety catches sometimes. There we go. And it is all wood and metal and aluminum, obviously, minus the cheek well here, which is a molded polymer, which you wouldn't want that really to be metal or anything. It's a beech wood stock. Really nice finish on it. It is beech, so pretty lightweight. Overall length on the gun is, they have it listed at just slightly under 33 inches. The weight's about 6.5 pounds. It does have a 2-stage adjustable trigger. This thing stand up. Currently can't put any bipods on it, so it's a 2-stage adjustable trigger. It has a linkage rod that you can adjust in and out for your first stage travel. Then it has a grub screw, set screw back here that adjusts the how much tension or less tension to put on the sear for the brake. Out of the box, I would say it was probably about 2.5 pounds. The only thing I've done to it, this particular rifle right now, is I cleaned the barrel and I adjusted the trigger. Right now it's probably about 1.5 pounds, and it's a real clean brake. A little bit of wiggle from side to side on your first stage. Nothing horrible. It does have a little bit of play. And if you go super loose with that first stage where it's really long, which I don't know why you want to anyways, it gets a lot more slop in it. So if you're adjusting that and you run into that, that's what's doing it. Just tighten that linkage rod back up. It has a Picatinny Weaver scope rail mount up there. It's milled aluminum. Shrouded barrel that is baffled. They come with an end cap for the shroud that is 1/2 inch by 20. Unfortunately, the factory that they consigned these to didn't send it with the first batch that came out. So they should be getting those in this week. And then anyone who's purchased one is going to be sent one, and then all future sales will include it. The baffling in it is aluminum baffles up front, sort of similar to like the Snow Peaks, what Snow Peaks use. It works. Some people have said it's not backyard friendly. To me, it's relatively quiet as is. So that's a plus if you don't want to extend it beyond that 33 inch. Plus, you can always play around with the baffles in there because you have probably, I would say the barrel actually begins about right here. So you have all this space up here. You can play around with different baffles, 3D printed baffles. Rogue Air makes some really nice, he just started making some really nice brass baffles. You just have to measure it. I think it's around a 1-inch shroud. and then you could, play around with it. Hell, you could do the old hair cooler wrapped in felt, and it'd probably work good too. If you're cheap like me. Um, it has the hammer spring power adjuster is back here. It is accessible with the stock on, so that's a nice feature. I think the original Pinty bullpup was the hammer spring was a little too heavy. I think this one's the same from shooting it, so it might benefit, especially if you're trying to get lower velocities. This thing's shooting 18 grains around 920 right now, and it's 25 degrees, so that equates to probably 950, 960 during the warmer months. So it's going to be slinging 15 grainers, in the warmer months, well over 1,000. Uh, I haven't got into this yet. I haven't done anything to it. This is as it is out of the box with just the cleaned barrel and the trigger adjusted. I will probably do a full tune on this thing and play around with different hammer springs and just to see what I can get out of it. As of right now, I'm really enjoying it. Really no complaints on it. I really wish they would have went with just a standardized Picatinny up top instead of that Weaver Picatinny thing. I just like straight standardized Picatinny. That way you don't run into any issues with any Picatinny mounts. One of the other things that I didn't like about it is once you pull the stock off, you have your linkage rod that connects from your trigger here to your actual trigger assembly back here. It's held in place by Carter pins. It's functional. It works. It just, in my opinion, it looks cheap when you get the stock off. Everything else is built really well. There's no burrs. There's no, everything's nice and smooth, and then you see that. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit off-putting. Easy fix, just to get some stainless steel hardware to fix that with. I'm definitely going to reach out to Pinty and be like, hey, you guys should probably, in the future, do that. It couldn't cost that much more per gun to send them out like that. I just don't, those pins don't really have too much strain on them. So, they'll probably last forever, but it just, I don't know. It just, to me, it looks cheap. It looks like an afterthought of, oh, hell, what are we going to connect these with? Let's just throw some Carter pins in there. Like I said, the stock is nice. Beach stock has a nice finish. This particular one has some really nice grain. I don't know if I'll refinish it or not. Beach is kind of a pain in the butt. It just soaks up everything like a freaking sponge. So I don't really think I'll redo it. I don't know. I always say I'm going to redo wood stocks, and I never do. It's just a pain in the ass once you get into it. So today we'll be shooting. I'll just be sticking with the heavier 18 grain pellets, and then I brought out a NSA slug just for giggles. I have no idea. I haven't taken the barrel off, so I don't know if it's choked, how bad the choke is. When I pulled the shroud off to clean it, though, I did see the crown. The crown on this one, on this barrel, is spotless. It is a really good crown, which is great for a budget-oriented rifle. A lot of times the barrels are the downfall of a rifle when it comes to budget categories. Right now they have this, I think it's retail listed at $369. They have it for $319 on their website. And they also included for me, a 18% discount code. I think it's good until the 1st of next month. I'll see if I can get them to extend that a little bit. So, it's going to bring it down to mid to high 200s, like 250, 260. And the way it's shooting right now, I don't really have a ton of time behind it. It is completely worth that price. It's performing well beyond that. The direct comparison to this would be like the Snow Peak P35, which is $450 to $500, and this thing shoots every bit as good as that. And the build quality on it is actually a little bit better because of the wood stock. The P35 has a really flexible polymer stock, and overall, I like it. It's really good. It has a front fill probe, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they included this slip lock cover for it, which is kind of nice instead of a cap, because I freaking lose caps like crazy. The air gauge is up here. It's a luminescent air gauge, which is kind of cool. The other thing that it's just a nitpicky thing. They have the shroud on here, and they have a ton of vent holes in the shroud. In my opinion, completely not necessary. They could have went with way less of those things. When you're shouldering it and firing it, you feel a lot of air blowing out of those. No shroud ever has been airtight, so they vent pretty much without any holes. So, I mean, that was their design choice, and they went with it. But maybe those back two sections of vent holes. I don't know if you can see it in camera or not. My camera kind of sucks. But starting from here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of vent holes about every 1/4 inch all the way around. So, in my opinion, completely not necessary. Just too many of them going on in there. Let's see. What else can we talk about? That's really about it as far as the gun goes. I have 0 complaints with it so far. Like I said, a couple of nitpicky things. It's been shooting really well. Obviously, in the cold weather, the velocities are going to be lower, shot count's going to be lower. Regulator might have more of a spread. Paintball and air rifle regulators, just any air regulator, does not like cold. It doesn't like cold air at all. As soon as that air starts to condense, they struggle. So I was shooting it the other day. It was about 54 degrees out, and I shot 3 magazines with an extreme spread of 6 FPS and a standard deviation of 1. So the regulator right out of the box was phenomenally good. Might not be that way today because of the cold weather. I thoroughly don't expect it to be that way. It is, I think it's like 24 degrees right now. It's well below freezing. Sorry if I'm sniffling. But enough of me freaking jacking my gums here. Let me get everything set up and going. We'll get some shots down there. We'll be shooting the air arms on like the expensive side of pellets, the air arms 18 grain. And on the stupid cheap side, we'll be shooting the Apollo Air Boss. These are about 20, 22 bucks for a 10. These are 5. Hopefully it shoots the $5 ones really well. I can't cross my fingers anymore. My hands are too jacked up. But hopefully that works out, because it's stupid cheap to plink and hunt around with. But let me get everything going. I'm going to set this guy sideways so she doesn't fall over. I think with the scope and everything on it right now, I weighed it. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like just under 8 pounds. It's a pretty lightweight scope. I just have a 3 to 12 center point on there. Awesome scopes if you're looking for something cheap that actually has really good glass quality. I'm back. I had to go inside for a little bit and warm up. And got the target camera going. I grabbed some JTSs while I was in there also. So we're going to do JTSs and the air arms first. Chronograph's running. Got the target set up. Target camera's running. Change jackets. Trying to stay a little bit warmer. I'm not going to use my gloves. So let's see what she'll do. This is on a fresh fill. So I don't know what the hell just fell off of there. Which one's first? These are the JTSs. We'll go with the JTS Dead Center 18.1 grade. Sorry I'm sniffling, guys. It's cold. I'll go for the big target on the right first. Ugh. I don't seem to like those too much. Starting to settle in now. Might have to shoot these again. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna load some more of those over. Where do they need to go? Right. Um, if I full fill like that, and I did overfill it a smidge, so that might have been what it was. But those are settling really nice. We'll just do 5 more. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then move over to the next ones. Wind's picking up a little bit, and it's getting colder. I'm struggling with my hands. Used to box for many a year. My hands are trashed, so I don't really work right anymore, especially in cold weather. Set you over there. We'll stay on that same target. It seemed like it came over much, did it? Okay, it's in there now. It's hard to see with those damn targets. Yeah, it's liking these. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I think I pulled that last one a smidgen. Switch over to the air arms, 18 grain. Yeah, I could definitely work with those JTSs though. Let's go one down. Not sure where that went. Is it the same hole or not? It's definitely liking these air arms. I pulled that a little bit to the right. It was me. God. That last one was me, totally. Shit everywhere over here. Let's try these stupid Apollos. Never really had a gun shoot these really well. I wish, because they're like $5 a 10. It'd be awesome. So I was just out here goofing around, looking at some targets and whatnot. But those JTSs and the air arms, those show a lot of promise. Sorry, I have to angle the camera. When the sun starts getting over there, it starts washing out the camera really bad. So have to bear with me until I can get a better camera setup going and a better stand that doesn't wobble one of these years. We'll go to the middle row, the medium-sized target there.
919. 912. 909. 912. 912.
Well, not horribly bad. Not the greatest in the world either, but decently. Yeah, so there you have it. I will definitely dig into this guy, and you can decock it, by the way. Dig into this guy and get everything polished up and give it a good tune. Those two pellets look promising. Need to get some more FXs in. Yeah, I was going to shoot some slugs, but I'll test that off camera. And yeah, so really like it. Good little gun. Like I said, for the money, I think it's hard to beat. Seems to be a good shooter. That's at 50 yards. Out of the box tune. And I don't really know what pellet it's going to shoot best yet. It shot those two relatively decent. I could definitely tune for those air arms and probably tighten that group up. Same thing with the JTSs. Yeah, so that's about it, really. Lightweight, accurate, regulated. They claim 55 shots off the regulator. I don't know yet because it's butt cold and I haven't done a full shot string on it yet. I'm guessing in this weather I'll probably get 40 off of it. Trigger's good after it's adjusted. Side cocking lever is nice and smooth. Like I said, the only real nitpicky things was the air vents and the carter pins. I wish they'd fix that. And air vents is one thing, but the carter pins just, I wish they would address that and use actual real hardware. But I will put some more through it, get it tuned, come back with a follow-up video in a week or two and let you guys know how it's working out and everything. But for right now, I recommend it for the money and, you know, the discount code that I have, you know, it brings it down to about $260, I think, somewhere around there. And so it's not much more than like a cheap Beeman, honestly, and it performs better. So this is my new go-to budget bullpup as far as I'm concerned. Unless something really ugly rears its head, which I don't see happening. It's very well built so far. But that's it for today, guys. I really appreciate your time. Appreciate you watching my videos. Like, subscribe, and all that crap. And I will see you on the next one.